Okay, so we're all pretty used to our computers and our phones being online, right? But what if the internet wasn't just something on your screen? What if it was, I don't know, in your toaster, your streetlights, your entire world? Well, that's the big promise and kind of the puzzle of the Internet of Things. And today, we're going to break it all down.
For decades, the internet has been amazing at connecting people to information and, of course, people to other people. But the next big leap, the next evolution, is connecting things to other things. And believe it or not, that one simple shift is already quietly reshaping everything from our kitchens to our cities.
All right, so let's get into it. What exactly is this Internet of Things, or IoT, that you hear about all the time? Well, the concept itself is actually pretty simple, but the consequences are just massive.
Now, this isn't just about connecting a device to an app on your phone. No, it's way bigger than that. It's a network where these devices talk directly to each other, totally on their own, without any human help. Imagine your light bulb talking to a motion sensor or your car automatically checking your calendar to figure out where you're going next. It's a world built on automated data. And look, this is not some far-off science fiction thing. It's already happening all around us. That smart thermostat in your house that learns your schedule to save energy? That's IoT. Your watch tracking your heart rate and your steps? Yep, that's IoT too. Even outside your home, in smart cities, sensors and parking spots are guiding you to an open space, cutting down on traffic. And out in a farm field, sensors are telling irrigation systems exactly when to turn on, which saves a ton of water. It's this massive invisible network, and it's growing every single day.
So, how does a smart coffee maker or a connected factory sensor actually work? I know it can seem super complex, but really it all boils down to a pretty simple four-step process that's the engine behind every single IoT device out there.
Okay, so first, it all starts with sensors gathering data. Things like the temperature in a room or maybe your car's location. Then, that data gets sent up to the cloud using Wi-Fi or 5G. Once it's in the cloud, software crunches the numbers, it processes it, asking questions like, hey, is it too hot in here or are they close to home yet? And finally, an action happens. You might get a notification on your phone or the device just acts on its own, like your thermostat automatically kicking on the AC. So, sensors, connectivity, processing, and then action. That's the core of it, right there.
But what happens when you connect billions, or let's be real, eventually trillions, of new devices to the internet? Well, it creates these huge challenges for the network infrastructure that's holding it all together. You can't just add a billion new users without some serious growing pains.
So the first major problem is just running out of space. The old internet addressing system, IPv4, is kind of like a city with a limited number of street addresses. You can't build new houses if there's nowhere to put them, right? There just aren't enough addresses for every light bulb, car, and toaster to have its own. And that's exactly why the move to IPv6 is so critical. It creates a virtually limitless supply of addresses, which makes this whole IoT revolution even possible. Without it, the Internet of Things just couldn't grow.
And beyond addresses, you get traffic jams. I mean, just imagine millions of devices all trying to talk at the same time. It's digital gridlock. This is why technologies like Wi-Fi 6 and 5G were developed, not just so you can download movies faster, but to handle a massive number of simultaneous connections without everything grinding to a halt. And then there's power. A lot of these little sensors have to last for years on a single tiny battery, so they need special low-energy networks that just sit power instead of guzzling it.
But of all the challenges we've talked about, one stands far, far above the rest. And it's the one that keeps security experts up at night. This is, without a doubt, the single biggest hurdle for the entire IoT era. Just let that sink in for a second. Every smart TV, every connected camera, every digital thermostat, each one of those is a potential new unlocked door into your home network and into your life.
So why are they so easy to hack? Well, first off, a lot of them are just built as cheaply as possible, and security is usually an afterthought. Second, they often ship with a really weak default password like admin or password, which, let's be honest, millions of people never ever change. And third, unlike your phone or your computer, a lot of these devices are really difficult to update if they can be updated at all. That means old security holes can just stay open forever.
And this is where it gets truly terrifying. See, hackers aren't just interested in spying through one camera. What they do is create something called a botnet. It's basically an army of thousands of hijacked devices. And then they use that army to launch these massive attacks that can take down major websites or online services. The infamous Murai botnet, for example, was built almost entirely from unsecured cameras and printers.
everyday stuff.
Okay, so let's pull this out of the abstract world of tech and hackers, and let's bring it right into your living room. Because this isn't just about big industry, it's about the devices you live with every single day. Seriously, take a second and think about it. Do a quick mental scan of your home right now. The number, it might actually be a lot higher than you think.
Did you count your smart TV? What about your voice assistant speaker, like an Alexa or a Google Home? The smartwatch on your wrist? Any security cameras? What about your thermostat? Even your car? All of them are IoT devices, constantly collecting data and connected to the web.
So as we wrap this all up, it becomes pretty clear that the most important question we can ask about the Internet of Things isn't just about counting how many of these devices we own.
But how secure are those connections? As our physical world and our digital world continue to merge into one, making sure that every new thing we bring online is actually safe, well, that becomes the defining challenge of our connected future. Definitely something to think about.